Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you guys some items that I found were essential in helping my postpartum recovery process. And yes, if you know me, it's been almost 6 months since I had my baby, but I still had these things from postpartum laying around, so I thought I would make this video before I put them all away. And of course, as we are talking about postpartum recovery, there's probably going to be some information that might be a little TMI, so just a little heads up. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you're new, please subscribe, and if you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, and let's get started. Alright, so first item is this Peri bottle from Freedom Mom, and if you've watched any of these videos, this is probably something you've seen before. So when you're in the hospital, they'll give you something like this after you give birth, if you give birth vaginally. So you're supposed to wash your down there area with this, and it's a little bit hard to navigate. You just have to aim this down and kind of try to squirt the bottle where the water needs to go, but when you are recovering and everything kind of hurts down there, it's really too much to be like twisting and bending and like trying to lean forward and try to get this water to go in the right place. So this goes down upside down, and you just squeeze this part and the water shoots up, so it's a lot easier to control where it's going. But I really enjoyed having this one. I actually didn't have this one in the hospital. I only used this one in the hospital, and once I got home I used this, and there was a world of difference, and it's not too expensive either. But I'll try to link everything down below if I can find them. Alright, next item, we are probably going to be talking about care of the perineal area first, just because I had my baby naturally, and that's the part that required the most attention. So the next thing is this medicated pads. It's like a store version, the Target store version of the Tux pad, which is supposed to be used for hemorrhoids, cooling hemorrhoid relief, and it has soothing witch hazel in it. So I didn't use this for hemorrhoid, but a lot of people get hemorrhoids during pregnancy. So if you have that, you can use this too, but I use this for because I did have to get some stitches down there, so I would put this across the pad, like three of them, and then just put that down there, and it offered some cooling relief. And this, I think, was like less than $4, and it has 100 pads in there, and I haven't even gone through half of it. But it's just a really good little relief to have for a pretty good price. And you can put this in the fridge, and then when you need it, pull some out, and then that'll offer some extra relief. And while we are on that topic, I have this is the herbal perineum mist. My sister-in-law actually got it for me as part of a postpartum package from an Etsy store called the October Union. And this spray says helps ease discomfort of swelling, soreness after birth. You spray on pads or right on the perineum as often as needed, especially after a bath or toilet use. So I think all I smell is like really, really smelly good lavender. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, so the ingredients is lavender, witch hazel, yarrow leaf, yeah, all these kind of herbs. So this is a very natural thing, and I like the spray. And it just smells really good. And after I use it, it leaves a cooling sensation down there. It helps with the pain, and it honestly just makes the room smell so good. When the nurse came into my maternity recovery room, they all remarked on how good it smelled. So I definitely recommend this. It came with a kit, and I'm gonna go over some of the other things that came with it a little bit later. But when you are in the hospital, they actually give you something to spray with. This one that they gave me is a benzocaine. It's a topical aesthetic spray, and it's supposed to help the pain and itch for minor cuts and scrapes, burns, and sunburns. So I don't know, I didn't like this one at all. It like stung really bad when I used it, and I didn't even tear that bad. So let's see, and like I don't want to spray a whole lot, but the spray is like really fast and a little forceful, so it didn't, I don't think it was a very good thing to have. I used this maybe once and have not again, so I just use this. And another part of the kit with this spray was this. It's a Sitz bath, and this is quite versatile too. So with a Sitz bath, I think you can get a special seat where you can just fill it up with water and then your Sitz bath, or you can just fill up your bathtub with some water and put this right into it there, like a shallow little puddle of water, and just sit there. But with Sitz bath, for, let's see, for if you use this as a bath, you put 2 tablespoons of this herb into 4 quarts of boiling water and let it sit for 20 minutes to 8 hours. Strain it and add to shallow bath, and then you can soak in the bath for 20 minutes. You can also use this in the peri bottle. So make the tea, steep it for, and then let it sit for the 20 minutes, and put in your peri bottle, and you can wash your wound with this. Or also you can make an ice pack out of this. So you make it into the tea and then put it on a pad and then put it in the freezer. So that you're kind of like making your own padsicle. You know how they sell the instant ones that Mom Frida makes? I think you just break it and it instantly becomes cold through like some kind of chemical reaction. Those are pretty expensive. I didn't use them, but they are, I think an 8-pack of them comes, a pack comes with 8 of them, and it's $20, and each one stays cold for about 20 minutes. So that's cool that it stays colder longer, because if you made the homemade pads, it would not, it'd probably stay cold for like 10 minutes or so. So it does stay a little bit longer because it's kind of a chemical reaction, which I'm kind of like iffy about anyways. So what I did was just make a brew out of this, put it on the pads, put it in the freezer, and use a padsicle that way. And the last thing that the kit came with was this Mom and Baby Organic Healing Salve, also made with herbs. You can use it in your perineal area. You can use it as a nipple butter. You can also apply it on the baby if they get any diaper rash, minor cuts, or dry patches. So this is really versatile, which is why I like it. Try to open it. And for me, I mainly use this as a nipple butter. Also smells really good and naturey, nothing synthetic or chemically smelling about it at all. And it is quite, it's like kind of Vaseline feeling, I think. And even though I'm not needing it anymore, I feel like you can just use this like a hand cream, or even put it on your lips, because it's safe for your baby to nurse even after you have this on your nipples. But if you don't get the kit that comes with it, you can also just get a nipple butter by itself. This one is the Earth Mama Organics, so it's an organic nipple butter as well. And then this one, I think it's mostly smells like shea butter. It does not say the ingredients on this, but I think it says it on the box, but I don't have it anymore. So yeah, you just want to make sure you have, if you're breastfeeding, you want to make sure that you have something for your nipples, because they'll probably get dry and chapped, especially if it's your first baby and then you don't really know how to have them latch on correctly, because if they don't latch on correctly, they will tear your nipples up. Ask me how I know. Sorry. Yeah, so that's not fun, but I'm okay now, so I don't really need this. I feel like once your baby gets the hang of it and latches on correctly, you don't really need to keep using this. So I would not recommend getting a whole bunch. Just get maybe one, actually, yeah, just one to start with, and see if you actually need it. The next sexy items I'm going to mention are these mesh underwear and these adult underwear, disposable underwear. So this hasn't been opened yet. Will insisted we take this home, but we didn't use it. Anyways, it is the mesh underwear that the hospital gives you. This is actually not what I'm recommending as an essential thing, and I'm just showing you how terrible it is. It has like pretty much no holding power. It's just literally, I don't even know what it is. It's literally just mesh. So there, it doesn't offer a lot of support. And then right here, they'll give you big, huge diapers. And they even actually gave me like some pads that look like little puppy training pads, and told me to stuff it in there, just because I was bleeding a lot afterwards. But this does not stay on very well. I think it's like one size fits all or something. And it's just not very pleasant. You keep thinking that it's going to like fall off or something. So I did not like these, would not recommend. And this is probably kind of silly to some people, but I actually got these. They look gross. I'm sorry. These adult underwear, but they fit. They're just like little pull-ups for adults, but these were so wonderful. Look how big the inside part is, so I didn't have to worry about blood leaking or anything. So I would recommend getting a pack of these. I got this pack and didn't go through all of them, so you only need it for like the first few days when the flow is like really heavy. So these are definitely a good thing to have. I really like these for when I went to bed at night, so I didn't wear it during the day because this is quite bulky too. But I have worn this and then have pants over it, and then you can't really even tell, which is their point because they're discreet. So yeah, I would recommend these, even though they might be a little silly, but they're not bad. The last thing I will say is necessary is this, which is postpartum, what does this call it? Postpartum compression garment. So it just looks kind of like a pair of Spanx, but this is like really heavy duty, and it just offers support for your midsection to help you heal and offer support, because I think sometimes the muscle gets detached from the stomach or the uterus. There's a medical term. I'll see if I can find it and insert it here. But your muscle gets detached, so having a compression garment would help it heal, and it also reduces swelling, which happens a lot postpartum too. And this is really good quality, and it also makes you, I feel like it like sucks everything in, because it's kind of just like medical Spanx. So if you wanted to go out and feel more like yourself, I don't know, like I felt really good when I wore these over jeans, because then I almost looked like before I got pregnant. Like, you couldn't even really tell that I just had a baby when I wore these, even just a couple of days after giving birth. So really liked these, and I used these for about 4 weeks, I think. And also, this insurance actually paid for these. These are motif garment, so if you go onto the motif website, it'll show you how to get these through insurance, if you have insurance, which I think is really great, because I looked these ones up on Amazon. I think they were like $50 or $60 for a pair, so definitely worth looking that up. Alright guys, that is about it for the actual item parts of what I recommend for postpartum recovery. These were what I found to be the most essential and the most used. And I also wanted to say that this time when I was going through it was a really weird time, and I just want to kind of go back 6 months and tell myself and also to all of you guys right now, that you as their parent always would want what is best for them. So even if at the time you feel some kind of parental guilt, or you question if you're doing the right thing or the best thing, I would just trust yourself and give yourself a lot of grace. I would cherish that first couple of weeks with your baby and just don't be too hard on yourself. You are doing a great job and everything will work out. And it's kind of corny to say it'll get better or you'll sleep again, but it is totally true. So yeah, so that is about it for what I have to share for this video. If you guys found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.